So what we're building is a virtual cannabis center of excellence, and a cannabis center of excellence is typically rooted in a brick and mortar institution. And those centers of excellence on the academic side or on business side are really trying to find those best practices and drill down into one narrow piece of the science. Our concept is a virtual cannabis center of excellence that would take different research institutions or academics or cannabis industry and be able to connect them and connect members of the clinical community, medical community, and cannabis industry together to advance studies and sharing of information. So if University of Colorado Pueblo, for example, who's running a lot of research on cannabis, they could share their findings, and Pennsylvania could be able to put in their findings, and then the Czech Republic would be able to contribute as well. So traditionally, it's very difficult for academics to conduct clinical studies with cannabis in the United States. It's federally illegal, so a lot of institutions are unwilling to put their federal funding at risk to study cannabis. Same on the clinical side as well. So traditionally, you're going through a federal track where you only have access to one source of cannabis in Mississippi if you're going to have a human trial in the United States. Now, with Massachusetts legalizing cannabis for the last year and a half, we've advocated over 30 times in public testimony, written hundreds of pages of academic writing. This is the last public testimony that we submitted on the topic, actually, for the Cannabis Control Commission to include the research license as a category. The research license would be able to protect and allow different institutions that to possess, cultivate cannabis that could be used in human populations. But it's part of the reason that I created a private sector company, because I would be able to, or am willing to take on that federal risk, or that risk of it being federally illegal, and I'm not going to lose any of my granting funding. And our concept actually was designed to help academics who are wanting to study cannabis but within their institutional walls can't, to have a place where they can be a co-PI or have a trusted private sector company that is based on academic principles and same kind of level of scientific rigor, that they could still actively participate but not put their other projects at risk, because the money wouldn't necessarily have to flow through the university.